Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from around the world, back again with another living legend, celebrity in public speaking, Mr. Darren. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Mr. Darren, I'm fine, thank you so much. Mr. Darren is World Champion of Public Speaking 2001, and I've heard you in one of the clubs a couple of days ago, and you inspired me, you impressed me, and I just wanted to speak to you how you are able to go with so much energy and inspire so many people and add value in people's lives. Please share it with us.
Well, I originally learned from my comedy mentors, and they taught me stage time, stage time, stage time. Any day that you don't get on stage is a day that you don't grow. Well, at the beginning, when you're horrible, no one wants to give you stage time. So when I found Toastmasters, it was like the holy grail. I thought, wow, this is a place that they'll clap no matter what. So I immediately joined 4 Toastmaster clubs as quick as I could. I got up to my 10 speeches to join the 4th, so you had to for an advanced club. And for a while, that was great, and I got much more comfortable. My challenge was, personally, is then I let my ego get in the way, and I thought I was better than I was. See, I thought I was world class. I was not. And it wasn't until 2001 when I met my coach, Mark Brown, the 1995 world champion of public speaking, when I realized there was a whole other level that I had to get to. And you can't become great alone. If you want to be world class, you got to find a world class coach. And that's what I do at my university is I have a team of 8 world class coaches.
Impressive. Thank you so much. So you are mentored by another world champion, Mr. Mark Brown.
Yeah, and he was mentored by David Brooks, a previous world champion in 1990.
Very impressive. Just tell us, what are you doing in International Convention of Toastmasters International 2019 in Colorado right now?
Well, one of the things that I do and love is my passion is helping experienced speakers give them a plan and give them qualified feedback so that they can be unforgettable. So that's why we help people be the unforgettable presenter. Because you can't do it alone. B, you need 2 things. You need direction. What do I work on? How do I make my stories better? And then you need correction or coaching that once you give it with your style, what does the audience think? And then we need somebody qualified to help give us that world-class feedback on how to make it better. So for example, in my championship speech that you can look at on YouTube, I fall on my face. And when I practiced that at 22 Toastmaster clubs, they all told me I was uncomfortable, you should stay down too long, you should get up sooner.
All right.
I was uncomfortable, you were down too long, you should get up sooner. Well, in those short phrases, they were telling me how they felt, but they were always also coaching me and telling me I should get up sooner. When I brought it to Coach Mark Brown, he said, stay down longer.
All right.
He gave me the exact opposite advice as well-meaning Toastmasters. He said, Darren, our job is not to make the audience comfortable. It's to make them uncomfortable so they will change.
All right.
So that's why I really learned the lesson of the value of a qualified coach.
Perfect. If one advice you would want to give it to the people who are aspiring public speakers, are world champion of public speaking, as well as communicator who wants to convey their ideas or their points, what they have in their mind to the other audience or other people, what would you like to give to them?
Well, number 1, focus on storytelling. Storytelling is the heartbeat of what we do. Craig Valentine says if you want to be a $5,000 speaker, you have to tell $5,000 stories.
Wow.
The problem is anyone can tell a story, anyone can give a presentation, but does the story stick in the hearts and the minds of the audience 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 years later? Like, if it's not that sticky, you just wasted our time.
Right.
So focus on storytelling. And then number 2 is get a coach. Find a coach. Find someone who's qualified to give you feedback, or you'll never become world class.
So you mean to say, when you spoke about coaching, you are, wherever you are, it's because of your mentors, your coaches?
Well, almost. But my mentors and coaches and the effort I was willing to put in.
Of course, the effort has to come from the person.
Right. So, like, I can't make my students work hard. And I knew I would work hard, but I needed my coach to point me in the right direction. So
Right.
you can get a coach and not work hard and not make much progress. You need both. You, as a student, need to be always, I always say, be a sponge. Be hungry and open and eager in order to grow. It's self-development, but this is self-development in the speaking world.
All right, one perhaps last question. I've seen you with Mr. Mark Brown a lot. Are you both working together?
He's one of my coaches inside of Stage Time University. He's also, you can check out getaspeakingcoach.com, and you can find Mark Brown there if you want to work with him one-on-one. Or affordably, you can just check out Stage Time University, where we do group coaching and give you feedback from world-class coaches for just $47 a month.
All right, very impressive. Thank you so much, Mr.
Cool.
Darren, for inspiring so many lives and adding value and still being so humble. Okay, just one more last question. What keeps you so humble after becoming world-class speaker, world-class coach? Please.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, after I won the championship, it was great for a while. It gave me confidence, but then my confidence grew into ego. And so a couple of years ago, I really had a big humbling, and it brought me back to when I was working with Mark. When I was working with Mark on my championship speech, when he saw my ego start to get a little too big, he said this, and I want to remind you or leave you with this. He said, Darren, on Saturday morning, you have the privilege of 2,000 lives for 7 minutes. What will you do with that? And that just, whoa. And that's the mindset I still bring to the stage today. That if I get 90 minutes, I have the privilege of 90 minutes with 12 people. And if you look at it as a privilege, it keeps you humble and it keeps you serving the audience. You keep that in mind, you keep that up front, and it takes pressure off. And it also covers over a lot of mistakes.
Perfect. Thank you so much for great, wonderful advices.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Very nice meeting you, Mr. Darren.
Thank you.
And if you have not subscribed my channel yet, please do subscribe my channel, like my Facebook page for more inspiring, more enthralling speeches and more enthralling stories of living legends like Toastmaster and coach and mentor, Mr. Darren. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Stay blessed.